Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your favorite credit guy, AP.GLOMEZ. In this video, I'm going to be going over step by step how you can repair your credit and how to structure your LLC to get funded 50K to 100K in credit. And make sure y'all stay to the end because I got something special for you guys. And before we get into everything else, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about myself. 4 years ago, before I decided to get into the credit space, or before I even decided to get into business at all, I was in a bad place. I was selling drugs, I was on drugs, fell into addiction, depression, just living a totally negative life. I ended up going to jail, unfortunately, and losing everything I had: my car, house, clothes, pretty much everything. And when I got out, I had to start at square one all over again. But you know, this time realizing and knowing that God had a different plan for me. Fast forward 3 years later, I'd saved up money and got into a few high ticket mentorships to learn the credit game, also the funding game, and I was able to start a business with just a few $100s. You know, I was able to apply all the knowledge and get really good at it. But in the beginning, things were going okay. I quickly realized that I couldn't get any money for the banks to scale my business, which, you know, led me to repairing my own credit and going to getting funding for myself. Now, I know a lot of y'all been going through similar struggles because you have bad credit and it's been holding you back from getting funding from the banks and holding you back from being able to take your business to the next level, or even holding you back from being able to start the business that you want to start. Or, you know, maybe you have had already tried a couple credit repair companies and funding companies and, you know, they couldn't repair your credit. You got little to no items removed. But, you know, that's why I made this video for you guys, so I can give you guys all the game, how you can repair your credit and go get funding. So let's get right into it. All right, so now we can jump into the repairing your credit part and all that good stuff. So first things first, before you do anything, you're gonna want to go to My Free Score Now, and pretty much what it is a credit monitoring service. So basically, it's just a place that's gonna give you all your in-depth reports with all the credit reporting agencies. So it's gonna give you like your collections and all the inquiries you have, and it'll give you in-depth information on that. Um, so let me just kind of walk you through it a little bit. So here's a summary. This is a client of mine. This is their account. So it'll show you like the total accounts you have across all three bureaus. It'll show you your open accounts, of course, with all three bureaus. Closed accounts, these are pretty much going to be like charge-offs. Delinquent accounts, these are going to be um, they're going to be accounts that have late payments on them. And then the derogatories are going to be like collections and stuff like that. It'll show you your balances, your total payments that you have to pay, um, like with all your accounts that you have, all your inquiries, and like it'll show you here TransUnion, you have 3 inquiries, and Experian, you have 1. Um, and it'll show you like it'll show your accounts, like so it'll show you your late 30 days, the balance that you have on it, it's negative. So you have two late payments of 30 days late. It'll show your closed accounts, open accounts, um, and then let me just go to the bottom here. One sec. It'll show your public records, and pretty much what that is like it'll show you if you have a bankruptcy or not. Um, and then, you know, of course, inquiries again, and then it'll also show you the creditor contacts, their numbers, the addresses, like if you want to dispute with them too. And it'll also it gives you more in-depth information, but one second. It'll give you more in-depth information if you go to Smart Credit Report right here. I would click on it, but it's going to show the client's personal information, and yeah, we don't really do that. So after that, you're going to want to go to LexisNexis, and pretty much what it is just a company that holds everybody's personal information. So your collections, charge-offs, bankruptcies, all that good stuff. They just hold everybody in the U.S.'s personal information. Um, so when you go there, you're going to want to freeze your credit report, and what that is gonna do for you is, because it's owned by Experian, so let's say you're disputing with them, and it's also used by TransUnion and Equifax. So let's say you're trying to dispute, um, and something comes back verified or something like that, they're gonna go to LexisNexis and look at your report with them, and they're gonna say like, well, this I know this is true because LexisNexis has it um, on file. But when you freeze your report with them, when they go over there and try to verify whatever information they're trying to keep on you, um, they're not going to be able to verify it, which is going to make it 10 times easier for you to get, whatever item you're trying to get off. And it's going to look like this. And then you're going to want to scroll down and just click on request. One second. Sorry. Some little things in the way. You're going to want to click request a security freeze for yourself online. And then it's pretty much self-explanatory from here. You just put your info in. You're going to want to it gives you, you're going to have to put either your ID, your social, or a bill, like a letter with piece of mail with your name on it and your address. I would recommend just use your ID, probably the easiest one to do, and then just click submit, and then it'll be frozen from there. Um, I'll put a link down in the bio for my free score now and for LexisNexis that'll take you to the login for LexisNexis for my free score now, and it'll take you. I'll put the link for LexisNexis to take you to this little um, section of LexisNexis. So after you do that, you freeze your report. You're gonna want to do what's called an information update. So pretty much what you're gonna do is you're gonna call all three credit reporting agencies and ask them for an information update. So you're going to want to make sure all your current information is correct with all three bureau credit reporting agencies. Like full name, current address, etc. Just update it. Make sure everything is accurate, like first name, middle name, last name. Um, your address is the address that you're currently living at, and then just ask them to delete any outdated or incorrect information, like old addresses, um, old phone numbers, stuff like that. And pretty much what this is gonna do is like a double whammy for LexisNexis. So because a lot of times people have old addresses or maybe like a name was spelled a little different or an old phone number, but when you're trying to dispute, they'll connect your name to that old address or that old phone number or whatever the case is, and it'll pretty much just verify that account is yours. So once you do an information update, it's pretty much just it's helping you out when you dispute, so they can verify certain information. So once you do that, um, we can get into the disputing part, and I'm gonna give you two dispute strategies, and one is gonna be Dispute Panda, and pretty much what it is AI disputing software. So pretty much AI produces letters for you using factual disputing and M2. Um, Factual disputing is just pretty much like disputing the inaccuracies because every bureau is going to report your accounts a little bit different. And then M2 is just the verbiage that the credit reporting agencies use. So it's pretty cool. It's probably like one of the fastest way that you can dispute. And then the reason you want to get my free score now is for one, so you can see what accounts that you need to delete or take the late payments off, whatever you're trying to do, and you can link my free score now to Dispute Panda. So you get my free score now, and then you open a Dispute Panda, you link them, and then it'll automatically just pull up every account that you need to delete, and then you'll just generate the letters. Um, Once you generate the letters, you'll be able to download and print your letters from there, and then you'll be able to mail out your letters to the credit reporting agencies. And the second the second disputing strategy that I want to give you guys is the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And the definition is of the Fair Credit Reporting Act is the Credit Reporting Act. FCRA is a federal law that regulates how consumer reporting agencies (CRAs) handle consumer credit reports. The FCRA's goal is to ensure that the information in these reports is accurate, fair, and private. So in simple terms, it's just a big book and list of laws that specifically protects consumers, us, from the credit reporting agencies. And so I'm gonna show you guys where you can find. I'm sorry, that's LexisNexis. Um, I'll put a link down below in the bio as well, where you guys can. It'll take you straight to this page, because if not, you'll be looking for it for a minute. But yeah, it's this is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It's 15 U.S. Code, Subchapter 3, Credit Reporting Agencies, and it just goes over all the laws. You just gotta click on them. For the sake of this video, I'm not gonna be able to go through every single one, but you'll have the link down below. And when you're using this, you're pretty much disputing by law. And a lot of people don't know, but the credit reporting agencies, they almost pretty much they violate pretty much every single law. Well, not every single one, but a lot of them. It's a lot. Um, and then I'm also gonna give you guys a free letter that you guys can use that has two laws from this Cornell Law School. I'll put the link in the bio, and then it'll be self-explanatory. You just got to put your name, your account numbers, and all that good stuff. So we went over the two uh, credit disputing strategies. Um, Now we're gonna get a little bit into the funding side of this, and then this is gonna be for personal funding, so not business. This is just gonna be you using your name and your personal credit. And this is how your credit profile needs to be structured in order to, get those high limits. So you want no derogatory marks, so no collections, no charge-offs, no bankruptcies, none of that. You want a completely clean credit report across all three bureaus. I'm sorry, credit reporting agencies, they're not bureaus. Um, you want your utilization below 30%. Best, you really want it below 10%, but you can get away with below 30%. But you'll get higher limits if you got your utilization below 10%. You're gonna want your credit history at 8 to 10 years. Um, if you don't have, like, if you're just getting started in the credit space, we'll go over trade lines because that's what's gonna help you with that age. Um, it's recommended to have one credit card with $1,000 limit. If you don't have one, um, I would suggest, just like, if you have a credit card, just going and asking for a credit limit increase and ask them to give you 1,000. And if you don't, then I would say use the disputing strategies and then go apply for a credit card, and you can actually ask them what kind of limit that you want. So, obviously you ask for $1,000 limit. You're gonna want 10 to 20 positive open accounts, and I know it seems like a lot, but the banks want to know that they want to see that you have history in your credit. Um, and 10 to 20 accounts is just the sweet spot for going and getting those uh, high limit credit cards, like the 10K, 15K, 20K. You want below three increase across all of the bureaus. Um, I always say you really want zero, but you can get away with below three as well. Um, and then we'll get into the trade lines, um, and the data points for the trade lines, like which ones, like what type of trade lines that you want to get. So if you're gonna go in for the funding, you want two trade lines bare minimum. Obviously, the more the better. But you're gonna want 25K limits on the trade lines. You're gonna want the trade lines to have more 10 years or more of history on them. Um, and they also add accounts. So let's say you got like 8 accounts, and you add the trade lines, you add two trade lines, you'll have 10 open accounts. Um, and then we want you guys to, what's it called? Get the trade lines that have 10 years or more of history, because they'll help out with your credit history. Um, but yeah, so that's the funding structure for, like, this is how your credit is supposed to be structured if you want to go in for personal funding, and then these are the requirements for what kind of trade lines you guys want to get. Um, so the banks you guys want to go after, like once your profile is all set up and you put the trade lines on there and all that good stuff, it's recommended to go to credit unions like these ones right here, like Tower Federal Credit Union, Citizens Bank, PenFed, because those credit unions is where you're gonna get the bag. You're gonna get the most money. Um, it's not recommended to go to big banks like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, unless um, you're like a superstar in the credit space. You have 20K limits, 30K limits, 60K limits, whatever. You got like 20 plus open accounts, no negative, no late payments on nothing. Then I would say, like obviously go ahead. Um, and then unless you have, like I say, you've been with banking with Chase for 5 years, you have like 3 credit cards, no late payments on them. Um, you always have a good balance. You have a savings account with them. Then I would say, you can. I would suggest that it would be all right to go apply at these big banks. Um, so, uh, I'm sorry. The We're just gonna kind of like go over like a overview of what we went through. So we know we went over credit repair. You're gonna want to get my free score now before anything, so you can see what you have to dispute. You're gonna want to freeze your LexisNexis report to get your items off easier, faster. You want to do an information update with the credit reporting agencies. So obviously, so you can get stuff off faster, quicker. Um, I gave you 2 dispute strategies. You can use AI on Dispute Panda, or you can use the laws from the SVRA. And then we also went over the personal funding. We went over how your credit's supposed to be structured, what the trade lines data points are, and how they'll help you. And then we went over what banks that you guys should go apply for. Um, but remember, I told y'all I had something special for you guys. So pretty much what it is it's a done for you program, and it's one of my programs. It's called the Glow Credit Club, and we assist you guys in getting to that 700 credit score. Whether you guys just want to go get approved for something big, whether it be a house or a car or whatever the case, but we also help people get funding either in their personal um, credit, and we also help people get funding in their business. So pretty much utilizing the LLC. And when you use your LLC, you're always going to get more money than a personal. But yeah, so we'll help you guys get to the 700 credit score, and we'll help you guys get funding. All you got to do is book a call below, and the link will be in the bio. And you guys can definitely go and do this yourself, um, but it's going to take you guys a lot of time, a lot of energy, um, and it takes a lot. That's going to take you about, I want to say, like a year, if not maybe like a year and a half typically. But if that's not you, you don't want to put all your time and energy into this, and you want to cut the time in half, all you got to do is come and get with the fastest growing, biggest um, credit repair and funding company in the credit space right now. Like I said before, all you got to do is book a call below, and me or somebody from my team will get with you guys. Um, I just want to say thank you guys for tapping in. Thank you for staying to the end of the video.